Lembaga Tabung Haji has bought a property known as Great Minster House situated at 33 Horse Ferry Road, London that houses the country's Department of Transport for £247.5 million UK pounds sterling. The property was bought from Singapore-listed Sinarmas Land. LTH did not disclose the price in the press statement. Sinarmas, in its filing with the Singapore Stock Exchange dated July 13th, announced that its subsidiary SML Victoria is selling the entire issued share capital of Horse Ferry Property, which owns the freehold property, to LTH Property Holdings 3, a wholly owned unit of LTH, for £247.5 million UK pounds sterling. In its statement, LTH said the property is expected to generate long-term return due to its long-term rental contract, annual rental reversion and stable market value, while maintenance costs are totally borne by the tenant. The Pilgrims Fund said the latest acquisition is in line with its objective to diversify the types of assets and location of its investment. LTH Group MD and CEO Datuk Seri Najib said the fund will ensure that its property investment could provide immediate return to sustain annual Hajj costs and distributions, while being able to deliver long-term stable and safe return for the sustainability of the fund and its 8.5 million depositors. According to Amrin, LTH allocates about 11% of its 88 billion ringgit fund for property investments located both domestically and abroad. Sinarmas bought the property for £188.6 million 5 years ago in June 2017, according to its SGX filing. The High Court has rejected ex-Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Razak's application to have Queen's Counsel Jonathan Laidlaw represent him in the final appeal at the Federal Court against his July 2020 conviction in the SRC International trial. Justice Datuk Ahmad Kamal Mat Said said Najib's application should be dismissed because there are no issues of complexity, novelty or seriousness that require Laidlaw's expertise at the Federal Court appeal. The judge said that there is no evidence which suggests that Laidlaw has knowledge or much experience in the local laws compared with the local advocates and solicitors. He said Laidlaw does not have special qualifications or experience in conducting criminal trials like Najib's. Justice Ahmad Kamal dismissed Najib's lawyer's argument that Laidlaw, because of his special qualifications, will deal with novel and complex issues which may arise. To recap, on July 28, 2020, the High Court sentenced Najib to 12 years in jail and fined him 210 million ringgit after he was found guilty in the SRC International case. Then the Court of Appeal on December 8, 2021 upheld the High Court's ruling on Najib's guilty verdict. Najib and his legal team can appeal against Justice Ahmad Kamal's ruling at the Federal Court when the hearing of the former Premier's final appeal against his July 2020 conviction begins on August 15th. BAT Malaysia saw second quarter net profit rose 2.3% year-on-year to 73.25 million on the back of marginally higher revenue and gross profit margin, coupled with lower tax expenses. Quality top line improved by 7% to 637.46 million. It declared a second interim dividend of 25 cents per share. As for its first half though, BAT Malaysia booked a decline of 6.82% in net profit to 125.5 million, with revenue remaining flattish, easing 0.3% to 1.16 billion ringgit. The company said first half volume remained consistent as the dip in demand during the onset of the COVID-19 Omicron variant in the first quarter was offset by the gradual consumption recovery during the endemic phase in the following quarter. BAT Malaysia MD Nadal Salem said its steady performance is a clear indication that it is on the right path to enhance its prospects and maximize returns to its shareholders. He added that the company will continue its emphasis on tobacco harm reduction and urged Putrajaya to continue its push towards curbing the tobacco black market in Malaysia. BAT Malaysia's shares closed 16 cents or 1.54% higher at 10 ringgit 52, valuing the group at 3 billion ringgit. The Malaysian Automotive Association has raised its 2022 Malaysian Automotive Total Industry Volume forecast by 5% to 630,000 cars from the previously estimated 600,000, following pent-up demand for new cars in the first half of 2022. President Dato' Aisyah Ahmad said the continued recovery of the Malaysian economy and the Ministry of Finance's decision to extend the car registration deadline to March 31st, 2023 to enable car buyers who book their vehicles by June 30th, 2022 to enjoy the sales tax exemption are among the factors leading to the upward revision of MAA's forecast. Aisha says that this will help the industry fulfill the backlog of orders while at the same time allowing the people to enjoy lower priced cars. The introduction of new car models, besides factors such as promotional campaigns by car manufacturers and distributors, may also help to boost car sales in the second half of 2022. Meanwhile, MAA also introduced its Malaysian Automotive TIV forecast for 2023, 2024, 2025 and 2026. For the first half, Malaysia's new car sales rose to 331,386 units from 249,178 units a year earlier, as new car sales for the month of June jumped to 63,366 units from 1,926 units a year earlier. According to Aisha, the country's new car sales volume for June was the second highest monthly TIV achieved during the first half, and that it could have been higher if not for the shortages of chips and components. Looking ahead, Aisha cautioned that the ongoing automotive component shortages may dampen car production and that Bank Negara's decision to increase the overnight policy rate may work to dampen consumer confidence. Samsung SDI Co. held a ceremony to mark the groundbreaking for its 1.7 trillion Korean won second cylindrical battery production facility in Seremban, Negeri Sembilan. The South Korean company said the plant will help to meet the rising demand for cylindrical batteries, which will be used in applications including electrical tools and electric vehicles. According to Samsung SDI, its Malaysian operations are undertaken via Samsung SDI Energy Malaysia. In a statement, Samsung SDI said that the plan is for Plant 2 to start mass production of PRIMX 2700 cylindrical batteries in 2024. Samsung SDI said that the groundbreaking was attended by, among others, Samsung SDI President and CEO Yoon Ho Choi and Negeri Sembilan Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Aminuddin Harun. In his opening remarks, Chun said that this will serve as a starting point for realizing its vision to become a global top-tier company by 2030. He added that with the successful completion and early stabilization of Plant 2, it will help to make SDIEM the center of the global battery industry. Aminuddin said that this investment is not only a testament to Negeri Sembilan's economic potential, but also its investment-friendly policies. He adds that it will continue to create jobs for the youth and spur more opportunities for local businesses. According to Samsung SDI, the global cylindrical battery market is forecast to grow from 10.17 billion cells in 2022 to 15.11 billion in 2027 for an annual average growth rate of 8%.